Hello, this is Dr. Dave Maslach, and I am talking to you about reciprocity.com, the sharing economy proofreading platform that I am trying to build. And in this particular video, I really want to talk to you about proofreading software and trying to build a community of people that really cares about others. That's my end goal with this. What I'm trying to do, or what I'm going to do, is talk to you about building a community and building a group of people that are really truly caring about others and how they are writing. This is really important to me. I'm going to get into, possibly what are some details and how you can help out others and what my story is with trying to help out others. And then finally get into, what is my end goal with what I'm doing with Reciprocity, this proofreading software. So again, what the story with Reciprocity is, I was in graduate school in doing my PhD, and I realized we were always told to get peer feedback and to get other people to look at our work, to get as much work as, get as many eyes on that particular thing as possible. And what I've soon discovered when I tried to do this is that a lot of people are not incentivized in any sort of way to provide a heck of a lot of feedback. Some people are going to be very nice and they're going to be altruistic and they're going to provide some help with what you are working on, but it's going to still, even those ones that are highly, highly altruistic, they're still not going to provide as much details as you would like than somebody that is incentivized in another way. So I am a professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I do some research on how people behave in, the sharing economy, the sort of open source software, this kind of idea where people participate freely and they try to help other people. There's a lot of people that study this kind of stuff, right? So I decided to design some sort of software that incentivizes other people to give back and to provide as much feedback as possible to other people. And at the same time, here's the really cool thing, is that it sort of behaves like a game where, eventually my end goal is to have it so the more that you sort of interact on the system, the better off you are, the more sort of, credits and ratings you get, and the sort of more prestige that is given to you. This incentivizes, there's a very large literature on this. It incentivizes people to be very altruistic. It incentivizes people to, just really be a decent person and to give back. And that is what I really would love to do, I really want to create something that is genuine and that people are going to sort of help each other out on this particular system. I think it's really, really cool to be able to do that and to use some of this knowledge of what I've learned along the way and help other people and to make it so I can give as much as I possibly can. I was figuring out a way of, okay, now that I'm a professor, I'm a professor at a large state institution in Florida, how can I give back as much as possible to the world, right? So one way to give back is for me just to give some money to, different charities and stuff like that. But I wasn't necessarily all that convinced with that. I mean, I do have some reserves. I love sort of the things that charities do, but I had some reserves in where they're going to go to. And then the other thing, which is really incredibly important for me, is I was like, I'm not leveraging the best asset that I possibly have. It's not the money. The money is sort of like a little tiny, it's a side benefit. The thing that I possess the most is this sort of intricate knowledge of how we can sort of build software and do strategy and do entrepreneurship and all this kind of stuff that nobody else in the world, there might be a couple other people, but not a lot of people in the world can sort of have this knowledge. So I was like, well, I can build something like this where I can utilize this knowledge. It's an asset that I have that nobody else has. This knowledge is really cool stuff. So I can build a system where, eventually in my end goal, right now it's not exactly, it's kind of the entry level. It's kind of really basic at this point. Reciprocity, the proofreading software, is really, really basic. and it kind of works. It's not exactly where I want it to go, and that's my end goal, is to keep building it and to keep investing in it, and to keep putting out like YouTube videos and stuff like that, because I know that this is so helpful for other people. I don't know who it's helpful for at this moment. There's not a lot of people watching at this moment, but I don't really care, because I know that it will eventually start to help people. And even if it helps one person that's watching these YouTube videos or that uses the system, it's a really cool and awesome thing to see. When I was pilot testing it, when I was sort of doing, testing to see whether it's actually going to work, I had a single mom and a mom that was off of work, and as well as a writer and in completely different parts of the world. And it was a really cool experience, because I was able to connect them and talk to them and stuff, and to see how this actually worked was extremely rewarding. It was one of the most cool things that I've seen. And I was I was like, this is cool. This is what I want to do. This is something that I can give back, on the side to help other people out, right? So that is the end goal, is to create some sort of system that really feels like a game, that people enjoy participating on it, that it's really fun, and you can get your own work edited. So again, I forgot to mention that if you go onto the system and you want your own work edited, it's completely free as long as you are helping other people out. So if you are reciprocating at first, you earn those credits, and as long as you stay within the system, then it's 100% free at this moment. And I don't think I'm ever going to change that. I really like that, unless it's so incredibly expensive for me to maintain it, but really it's not right now. It's just charity at this moment. The other really cool thing that I think is amazing is that you can, if you really want to, what the system can do is sort of select the best people for you, and you just go on and you can pay for some credits. When you do that, when you pay for credits, that allows you to sort of jump the queue and get proofreading done really quick, right? So because it's free, you have to kind of wait there for a while if you're doing the free route. But if you pay, it sort of jumps the queue, and you can find somebody pretty quickly. It might take, maybe it takes a week. I don't know. It changes, dynamic, right? It changes all the time. So it might take a week. Some of my stuff takes a little bit longer. Give or take, it might take a couple of days. It's really cool, because it just depends on how people are really sort of generous with their time and effort, because it just goes through a queue and it identifies somebody. It just says, hey, you have some work that you can get done. You'll get an email that says you have some work that you can do. Do you want to do this? And you can go on, click accept and do the work and upload it. If those people can actually skip it, it'll wait a couple of days, so give them a couple of days, and then it'll pass on to the next person, right? And it'll pass on to the next person. So it just depends on what's going on and how generous people are with their time and effort, which is, I think it's really cool. I'm really excited about having something like this this proofreading software out there, so that other people can use it. I mean, there's so many problems with the way that we are thinking about proofreading software at this moment. There's a lot of different software that's out there, lots of different proofreading software that's out there, like spell checkers and stuff like that. And you can look at my old videos. I kind of have some of this stuff where I talk about how language is changing constantly all the time. So, rule-based proofreading software doesn't work very well. It's really hard to do in the long run. It's constantly changing. So having some real eyes look at this and to create different algorithms. So I'm an engineer by training, so I understand how to sort of clean things. I'm a chemical engineer, so I understand how to clean things. That's what we're taught. So I can sort of design different systems and stuff like that to make it really cool and really fun and interesting, and to clean your work, your writing, as much as possible to get to as many people as possible. So that is my end goal with what I'm doing. So this, again, what I'm trying to do with this proofreading software is make sure that my giving, what I'm doing, in the most important asset that I possess, this knowledge that I've studied for, 15, well, probably 20 years now. I started in 1998 of higher education, And, yeah, there's 20 years of higher education. So different universities and, all that kind of stuff. So I can give back this knowledge that I have with something like this and give back as much as I can. I think it's really exciting to be able to give back and to help others as much as I possibly can. And what's really cool is to incentivize other people, create a system that incentivizes other people to give back with their own proofreading abilities, right? So to have a proofreading software that can do this to really incentivize other people, I'm super excited to do all of these YouTube videos and to help you as much as possible to create some sort of proofreading software that is really, really, incentivizes people just to be awesome and to care for others and to interact with others. I mean, this doesn't happen every day, right? I'm so excited to be able to create this sharing economy proofreading software. And I don't think it's just limited. So this is where I am so excited about it. I think this opportunity is not just limited. My videos are targeted towards graduate students, startups and small business at this moment. I'm only doing that because, I'm a strategy person. So I think about the different kinds of people that would be interested in this and focus on those market segments right now. But I think that there's so many more people that can do this, and it could be open to many different people. And that's where I'm ending, and that's where I'd love to go with this, is right. I'm excited to have this opportunity to help other people, find different opportunities and things like that, and to create some sort of proofreading software that goes beyond just helping, these kind of small groups of individuals and small groups of different companies and stuff like that, and to expand it. I can see that there's a huge use for this, and I'm very excited to help you and to create this proofreading software. That's really one that I wanted to get out, is that I'm really excited to be able to build some sort of community around this, and to recognize that there is an unmet need, and to show that to create some sort of community that people, to show that other people care about others, and to incentivize that in as much as I possibly can. I'm very excited to be able to do this. So again, if you like this video, do the old thumbs up. You can watch the other videos. I have lots of different videos on this kind of stuff, as well as different things that I've learned along the way, right? And I put that out there just to help make it as helpful as possible for you and to learn things along the way. So I'm so excited to be able to do this. Again, thank you so much. Take care. And, one more thing. And make sure you do subscribe as well. So take care. Have a good day. And I am really looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye.